Centennial High School has a new principal, and it's a name you probably recognize.
Principal Kevin Dyson was part of the Music City Miracle, of course, and the team for many years, and now he's devoted his post-football life to education, and he's kind enough to join us on the phone. So, first of all, congratulations, Kevin.
Hey, how y'all doing? I appreciate it.
How's it feel? How's it feel right now?
Well, it's a little overwhelming, to be honest with you. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, the change happens right there towards the end of school, and there's a lot of things happening that need to take place to close out the school year and also planning for the next school year. So you're right now, I am kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, planning for 2 different buildings and closing one out. So,
wow.
So it's a little overwhelming a little bit.
Talk about your journey into education and why this was on your heart to do this.
Well, you know, I go back to even as a kid, I never really considered myself an academic. And my mom, she was very instrumental in all this. You know, when I think about trying to make my mom happy even in my 40s, I was a kid that didn't take school serious. And, you know, I did just enough to play. You know, I got my mom's rule was you had to have a B average to play sports. And my dream was to play in the NBA. And I told her I'm going to go pro in the NBA and I'm going to buy her house. And that was the ultimate dream for me. Yeah. And, you know, of course, true to form, I didn't take school serious enough. And I got really bad grades one semester of my 6th grade year. And she took basketball away. You know, I begged and pleaded and cried. And finally to the point where we came up with an agreement where I was progress monitored that rest of that year. And anytime my grades would fall below a B average, sports was going to be taken away from me. And it was that important to me that I maintained my grades. Now, again, I didn't always do it the right way as far as investing as much time in my academics as I probably should have. I did just enough to get the B average, graduate high school with like a 3.4 GPA. But I look back on that experience and realized, man, I didn't extend myself. I didn't really go after the academic piece like I should have. It was just more of a means so I can play sports. Well, you fast forward some years, now I'm in my 30s and into my 40s, and, you know, life happens. You know, my career comes a little short because of injuries and things of that nature, and you got to figure out life. And, you know, I've kind of coined the phrase, I wanted to be qualified, so I was justified. I recognized some opportunities would come to me and for me because of what I had done in my past, and I wanted to make sure I was justified for those and qualified. So I went back to school and educated myself and learned as much as I can in a short period of time, and did a lot of different jobs and different opportunities and tried to do them the best I could. There's a lot of learning curves along the way, and here I am.
I imagine there's a close correlation between the push for excellence on the field and the push for excellence in the classroom.
Absolutely. You know, I did an interview right after I got my doctorate, and they asked me, and I told them, you know, getting my doctorate was my greatest individual accomplishment. And that's not belittling being drafted in the first round of the NFL draft, because I recognize both feats are less than 1% of the population have done one of those, let alone both of those, right? And so I wasn't belittling the fact that I was drafted in the first round. I just, athletically, I was more natural with that part of it than the academic piece. And so, but what I recognized in all of that was all those same things that made me a professional athlete, I was able to put into my academics. The perseverance, the hard work, the motivation, the stick-to-itiveness, all those things that helped me be a professional athlete were the same things I poured into the academic side of things. And it took me all those years to figure that out, right? 30 years later, here I am like, oh, if I just did the same things, I would have had less problems in school. I'd have probably been a better student. You know what I mean? I just did enough in school. And then, you know, I get a little older, and, you know, with age comes wisdom, and I learned along the way. But I just applied some same skill sets that I already had as an athlete into my academics and to what I do now.
We're so glad you put down roots here, Kevin.
Congratulations.
Best wishes with this, and you'll have to explain to these kids someday that you used to play football, okay?
They are so lucky to have you.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it's interesting because a lot of these kids, they weren't even born.
No, they weren't.
Oh, my gosh.
We know that around here, Kevin. We know that around here.
Hey, it goes by fast, y'all. It goes by fast. But, you know, their parents we're all about the same age. We're all about mid-40s and things of that nature. So the parents, they're very well knowledgeable of my past, and they do a lot of explaining. And the kids, they're all shocked, like, the principal actually play professional football, so it's fun. It's been fun.
Take care and good luck.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, talk to you.